My friend from another city recounted his story to me with a deep sigh, as if revisiting the most terrifying moments of his past. When I stayed overnight in that big house where I was terribly afraid as a child, I realized that the fears of my past were coming alive in that dark abode. It all started when I decided to spend the weekend in the old mansion of my relatives, about which I had only heard frightening legends. The house stood in a quiet corner of the city, surrounded by a dark forest, like a forgotten world. Upon arriving at the mansion, I immediately sensed that something was amiss. The building seemed shrouded in a gloomy aura, and every rustle behind the walls felt like a summons to my deepest fears. In the evening, as the darkness fell outside, I heard mysterious sounds coming from within the house. As the clock ticked louder, my fears only intensified. I decided to explore the house, but every room seemed filled with a grim history. Every shadow, every creak of the wood sent shivers down my spine. And when I finally decided to go to sleep, nightmares engulfed me completely. It seemed to me that the ghosts of the past were walking the corridors, whispering their dark secrets to me. But the most terrifying moment came in the morning when I woke up and saw footprints on the floor leading to my bed. That was the last thing I remembered before fleeing from that house. Now, even when I am far away from that place, the memories of that night still haunt me. I realized that even the darkest corners of our past can come alive in our deepest fears, and there is no escaping from them. Madness grips me like a shadow, and I don't know where to run. Quote. With the realization that the true challenge lies not in running away from fear, but in facing it and overcoming it, I decided to return to the house. But this time, I brought with me not only my personal fears but also the resolve to confront them once and for all. As I walked through the same corridors where frightening noises and whispers had once echoed, I felt my confidence growing with each step. My nerves no longer succumbed to the provocations of dark corners and phantom shadows. I was ready to confront my fears face to face. Several hours passed as I searched for answers to my questions, delving into the past of this house. And finally, I found what I was looking for. The secret of this house turned out to be much more mundane than I had thought. All the legends and mystical stories were just the product of imagination and fear. Returning to my friend, I felt liberated from the shackles of the past. My fears no longer defined my life, and I was ready to move forward with new strength and determination. This story became not only a lesson in how we create our own fears but also in how we can overcome them if only we are brave enough to look them in the eye and not yield to them.